pretty hot topics about using CBN wheel, doing the run line work, doing the sharpening and everything, right? Who is using it now? Okay, so that's mean I still have a lot of potential business, right? So this is actually a modified sharpening method from Shears manufacturing. And I would say 95% or even 99% of the Shears manufacturers, they are using either stone wheel or CBN wheel now. You hardly see them to use water stone for a couple of reasons. One is, if they're in productions, there's no way they try to go through it, one shear's like average 5-10 minutes to make it perfect. And secondly is this actually method produce some very nice results that regular water stone cannot duplicate. If I say the quick, the tooth, the scissors, right? And or solid scissors. When I'm doing water stone, and apply finger pressure here and there somewhere, right? But there will be gap in between. So when I going up and down, like that, has so no pressure. So that's why when you going up, compared to doing the work on the CBN wheel, you will see one complete plane all the way to the tip if you're using CBN wheel. It's much easier to achieve. But in a solid blade, it's harder to see the difference. But if it's in a tube blade, then you can see the difference very easy. If you apply pressure here and there, the tube in between can missing the contact because they're not connected, right? So that just kind of give you some ideas, of what a CBN wheel can do while doing the water stone has a little bit slight difference. But that slight difference is not gonna make it a big deal. So if you've been using water stone and you're happy with the result, keep doing it. But you have extra money you want to spend, you want to make friends with Alex, come talk to me. Okay? That's what you want to do, okay? And that's how the economy goes, okay? So we have a lot of talking is, when you use this, may I ask this, okay, what's your first things that comes in mind that you're worried of using this?
Screw everything up.
Screw everything up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, narrow it down. Which part that you worry the most?
The tip.
The tip, right? Yeah, the right line, the tip, and if you are very bad, you screw everything up. Have you seen the video someone screw up the shears inside lately online? I feel very bad for that shears only. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so
now I get it.
Now you get it, right?
Now I get it.
You get it.
I didn't see the video, but you called me.
Anyway, and that is a legitimate concern about using the CBN wheel if you don't have enough ideas, techniques, or training about it. As far as training goes, it's not like a big deal of training you need. But if I start pointing out a few things you need to look out for and do a little practice on your own, you will start getting the feel how to control the shears, not to wash out the tips even though it has a stronger set. Okay? Sure, if this shears has a really way out of whack set, you will fix it first anyway. No matter it's on the CBN wheel or on the stone, you're still gonna mess it up. Make sense? Right? In the regular stone, not just only mess with the shears, you probably show your stone too. Unless you have some very hard stone, like CBN or diamond stone. right? So first thing first, my working progress is always take out those shears, clean it up, and then I have this lovely, what is this? What is this?
That's my light box.
Yes. I'm a Gurry USA light box. I put it right there, right in front of me. I put my light box right here. Okay? Because I take it apart, boom, pick it apart, boom. I don't have to go find it. Okay? If you have to find your light box, you're not really doing good job in sharpening. Really? Really? Because, this is actually really diagnosing what's the problem of the shears, other than the edges, dull or nicks or something. Agreed? Right? So, if you want to know the shears, why it's not cutting other than dull edge, this tells you everything. It's like your x-ray. Right? So, this, I always set it right in front of me and get it ready. I take it apart, clean it, boom. When you clean it, clean the shears and clean this too. Otherwise, you will see a lot of tips, right? So you check this. If it's an acceptable level of set. Acceptable levels mean it's not really perfect, but it's acceptable. Then you can actually use this without too much worry. Okay? If the things that is the set, when you compress it down, it doesn't even change, then you want to be careful. You can go back to your waterstone. Most of the time, cast scissors does that. Agree? Cast scissors, they have a little bit of a springy ability. They stay, okay. Okay. I thought he's coming up behind him with the hammers. What the hell? So, in that sense, if it's acceptable range of the set, you don't worry about using this. And I'm going to show it how to do it. Okay? So there's many different teacher out there teaching how to use this with different technique. Some of them talking about what they show you is like going directly on top of the blade, right? Is that what it is? When they show you how to do this, is it like your fingers directly on top, the pressure?
Yeah. So
Okay.
on the other point.
You don't agree, right? I don't. So, again, this technique is come from what? Waterstone. Your basic is from Waterstone. Don't leave your basic. You can advance your technique, but don't leave your basic. Make sense, right? My understanding or my technique is heavier pressure, least pressure, the least pressure on the front. So I don't go like this. I'm here. Okay? So that's number one. Secondly, when you're doing Waterstone, what does hand do? Hold it, keep it stable. What else? Guide, push. This hand is to control which part of the blade I add pressure to it. Make sense? If I want the shears lean more toward the edge, what do I do? Right? And what this hand do is keeping it stable. You're pretty much fighting against yourself. Right? This one keeping it down and let it rock and move, while this one adding a little slight pressure toward where you want it. Okay? So once you build up this idea and coordination with your hand, this becomes like you can talk on the phone, talk to people, and this one be done in a second. Very easy. Okay? So there's no magic to it. When people say, oh, it's going to wash out the tip and things like that, that's a legitimate problem. But when you know what's the method and how to avoid that, it's nothing. Again, what can happen here can also happen in the Waterstone. Okay? And so this is what I do. This fingers is always on the pivot hole. I don't care what style. This one never leave a pivot hole. This one here is downward pressure. this hand, I always tell my trainees, like how you start a car, right? So you rotate it toward the edge of it, and then when you need it, the second fingers is right on the ridge right here, where it's usually harder to get the right on. Yeah, right? And then the third is right around here, if you need to. A lot of times I just leave it out. Sometimes I even rest on it, but doesn't mean anything to it. Okay? But that's for balance. Now, this one here is like how I'm playing guitar and this one doing this. Okay, right? So this one here is leaning toward the part that you want to have grinding on. Okay? So I'm going to do it to show you how's the progression of my work. Who is using Waterstone and then maybe thinking about starting to use the CBN wheel? Who are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I still have a lot of potential business. Yeah. So, okay, you can see I painted inside in red. Now, during the ride line work, no matter Waterstone or CBN wheel, your teacher always tell you, the trainer always tell you, the ride is the whole secret about Japanese style shears, right? Everything starts from the ride. All this convex edge, hollow grind, everything. So this is where is the heart of this shears. So when wow, this one was on. Okay, so when I'm doing the work, I like to progress from the ride first, and then the ride line, go all the way up to the tip. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do it. You always want to go away from the edge. Later, I will demonstrate how to go away from the edge, trailing. And then when you go into the edge is edge leading, right? So I use edge trailing right now, okay, to show you. So when you set your shears down, which one of you do clipper blades? Clipper blades. When you set your clipper blades down on the home, what do you do? The butt down first, right? Right? Same idea, okay? Okay, maybe this way. You can see my hand is blocking. Okay, go for it. Okay, now.
Yep.
Is it here? Oh.
Put your hand right behind it.
Okay, like this?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll help you focus on it.
Okay. How about this? I'll pass it out. Dennis, I was having only one finger on the pivot. And then I did the ride and half of the ride line already. Yeah, please.
How fast were you going?
Oh, good, 680 or 700 RPM. 700 RPM. That's the time, that's the speed when I do demo or teaching. But when I go, I usually have around 1400, go very fast. Because I already have the feeling on fingers, I can control it, you know.
What is the grid on the pad?
This one here is 600 grits. That's what I usually use for pack grooming scissors. Okay? Can I use it for beauty shears? Yes. I have to adjust, probably I'll put some lubrication to it, adjust the speed, adjust the tension. That can make a difference.
What lubricant?
Huh?
Which one? Which kind? Alcohol?
WD-40.
The lubricant, which one?
Oh, lubricant. I can use WD-40. I can use H42. I use water a lot of time.
Which
KY jelly. That.
I see there's different grades for the CBN wheel. Which one is the best that you recommend?
Oh, Alex CBN was always the best. What are you talking about?
No, I mean grits.
Grits.
Yeah.
Grits. Again, I said it earlier. 600 grizz. You do most of the grooming shears, should be no problem. Okay. 1200 grizz. I will use mostly on beauty shears. Let me tell you this: Hikari scissors, Hikari shears, right? They don't go over 1200 or 1500 grizz. If you have a brand new pair of Hikaris, open up and see the rine line. They never have shiny rine line. The rine line is always matte finish. So now, let's kind of sidetrack a little bit. Hikari scissors are very famous scissors, right? And they cut, what they're famous about. Can you tell me?
Dry cutting. Dry cutting.
Dry cutting? You don't know? Who knows about Hikari scissors? Oma, where's Oma? Tell me, what do you like about Hikari scissors? What are they good at?
They got a very mild set.
Very mild set.
Any Hikari scissor will cut dry.
Any Hikari scissor will cut dry. And what they famous about?
Well, they invented the convex edge.
Famous in the convex edge. And then we'll add to it, Hikari scissors are famous about the cutting feedback. They're very soft. Like when you cut, they just down, right? So everything of the shears architect is going towards that goal, to make it a very nice and razor sharp cutting. But then you think, then if that's the case, why they put the rine line matte finish? Right? That's the beauty about shears making. It's not like you put everything the best together, you can come out with the best shears. You have to balance it. Okay? So what the rine line finish is, it causing the traction, while the other part of it, go ahead.
The other thing is they're very straight. They're perpendicular every time.
Straight, you mean their edge radius?
The ride line is perpendicular out the factory every time.
Okay. So, and Hikari scissors, it's a very good scissor, but also has something is not that good, is the edge don't last that long. They can cut, if you not take good care of it, they can cut 6-7 weeks. You will start seeing the pushing everywhere. That's why they keep the rine line in a matte finish. They want to trap the tractions. Make sense? So going back, why I use 600 grizz for mostly pack grooming, right? Because you want to make a cut. The difference between pack grooming scissor sharpening and beauty shear sharpening, could you tell me what's the major difference?
The process.
The process is different. The end result that we're looking for is different. Pack grooming scissors, when you sharpen, what's your number one goal in mind?
That they cut.
They cut.
No dryness. No.
Yeah. You want to make sure every pack grooming scissor that you sharpen, that cuts, right? But beauty shear sharpening is different. Almost any shears will cut hair. Almost, right? The goal in beauty shear sharpening is how they cut, right? They're sliding, they're, slipping, pushing, all those stuff. It's different than pack grooming scissors. And that's why pack grooming scissors, when you're doing the rhino, you make sure you give enough traction to it. That's why you choose 600 grizz. I know that, I've been talking about something that you guys have been doing it already. But sometimes you don't really think it's deep enough to say why. And I kind of want to give you guys some idea, thinking about why they do that. So now, if you have if you have someone using a pair of any brand, I say Caution, okay? Shark's fins, okay? I'm gonna use the name, I don't care. Okay, but shark's fins, very good, but pushing everywhere. What's your simple, immediate fix? You probably use different grids on the right line and see what makes a difference, right? That's one part of the stuff you can add to it. And then next thing you probably, maybe I tap a little bit, add a little set. Can be, right? That add a little bit more crossover actions, right? And then I probably come down a little bit in the convex angle, right? Finish it a little differently. Yeah, finish the edge a little differently. All that little thing you add to it, you can customize the edge, right? So then now again, going back to basic. A lot of people say, I think I heard my good friend say, beauty shears is very easy, but it's also very easy to miss how to be the top of beauty shear sharpener. Because everybody can do beauty shear sharpening, but what sets you away from your competitions is you can customize how that shears cuts, right? So that's the thing. So when you start, like when you come into this convention, seminar, we're not going to hold your hand and show you how to do convex edge, right? We're here to exchange idea, exchange knowledge. You absorb whatever you can, take away whatever you can. You can take away one or two things from each seminar. It's going to make you a lot better, okay? It's going to make that the time you take from work, money that you spend, worth it. Okay, so going back to that shears I just did, where is it? Do I have to walk around the room and chase it? Oh, right there. Okay, let's pick up another one. No, I have this one here. So, that's the one that from you? Oh, okay, I have this one here. I don't want you to set me up, man. He tried. I can feel it already. Yeah. The reason why I use this 600 grids is because I didn't bring the 1200 grids for the 6 inches. I could use the 1200 grids to show you, but it's the same thing. If you want to see more, when we're done here, you can go to the corner and find it. So again, at about 600-700 RPM, as trailing, when I set it down, it's like how the clipper blade set down. This hand, keep it stable. This fingers at the pivotal, and then you're down. This time, I hit it probably around 1 second, right? It's about 1 second, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. See how far I go up? Halfway already. How did I do that? I didn't even run my fingers. You guys have seen people do this, right? I do that too. But you don't even have to do that. I can finish sharpening the whole thing without touching the blade. I'm going to show you. Okay. I tried. Okay, got it. I think I got it. Right there. Yeah. See that? So this hand is to control how you want to apply the pressure. How to apply pressure. So what if I have a blade that is very hard and set? Is that one? No, it's okay. That's what it's for. I don't know the set. So this one has a very good set, very regular, good set. When you compress it, the thing. Okay, you're just gonna have to trust me about it. Yeah. I mean, it's at least, yeah, let's see. Thank you. Okay? Yes. Oh. Okay, good. Okay. I will add to it. So, these shears originally have a very good and natural set, okay? I'm gonna add a little set to it, especially add what you call the fish hook to it, okay? So I add slightly a little fish hook to it. Oh, did I? Oh. So now when I compress, there's a little hole right around here, about an inch from the tip. So that is mean that has a little bit more set in the front, right? So it's very easy to wash out the tips. And then as pointed out, when you look checking the set, who has a set light? Hey, looks like there's a lot of potential business for you, gentlemen.
Who doesn't have a shear check plate? You need one.
I
That's the only way you can help on the edge of your bench.
I like that we use every single opportunity to make business, man. So this one here, I just got it from Dennis, and then I tap a little bit here, add a little bit more set in the front. Supposedly, I can easier to wash out the tips, but here again, oops, stop. So right here, go all the way half to the blade and then slightly show up a little bit at the tip. Is it seeing it? You guys seeing it? Okay, so what does that mean is I have this part done and this about 2 millimeters on the tip touch it already. Now I'm going to finish it without worry about washing out the tips. Now I go all the way up, almost finished. See it? Yeah, the tip is still very good, very healthy. So it's done, but the tip is still pretty healthy, right? Huh? You need to get a check plate and a set light, okay?
Beautiful.
Yes. Thank you. So,
No
yeah.
doubt, no doubt.
So, in typical pack grooming scissors, that's what's going to happen. You have a very strong set in the front. There's 7-inch, 8-inch, or whatever. Okay, that's how you do. What did I do? What did I do to not to make it wash out the tips? Do you guys know?
Control your pressure.
Control with this hand. This hand doing one job, keeping it stable on it. When you cannot build up that feeling to go with the home, don't go crazy. Okay? Back out. If you hearing the grinding, chattering, screaming, grinding, back out. Okay? Okay? In sharpening, when I teach people, I always say there's 3 things in sharpening. One is what you see, visual. Second is what you feel, sensation. Third is what you hear. If you have 2 out of 3 that give you the same feeling, that's pretty much a confirmation already. So let's say if I'm using a buffer, like that, right? You're here like that. And then you have that feeling like really ripping it out from you. You already know. You don't even have to see that's bad, right? So using that as an example, when you're putting it down, that thing you're feeling like jumping like that. Something is either wrong with this, or wrong with this, or wrong with this. Secondly, you can hear it, right? If you don't back out, I tell you, you will, because it'll start burning your fingers. Don't ask me how I learned it. Okay? So that's the thing. Again, direct pressure down is when this shears you 100% knowing is perfect. Okay? But we're not really living in a perfect world. We're a sharpener, we're not shears maker. There's 100 different style shears coming through. Okay? So you have to use a way that, to control no matter what style shears, different type of sets, do that. So again, this fingers are always in the pivot hole. This one here is turning, leaning on where you want to get it grinding. So if I want more grinding in the back, then I just slightly elevate the tip a little bit, right? While this one is keeping it down, again, you feel like you're fighting against yourself, right? Secondly, you always want to lean on the edge. And then if you want to start moving up, then you slightly add a little bit more tension. Who has questions so far? You guys following?
You're looking at 2 seconds tops. 3 seconds.
Yeah, 2-3 seconds tops. Especially 600 grits, cut it in half. Very fast. Anyone has questions so far?
I will say, whenever he says leaning forward, he's not tilting the shear up. He's trying to push the front cutting edge down into the stone. That's.
So again, what I say doesn't mean what I mean.
You know what I mean.
But that little things, you have to do it yourself to understand what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to do is tell you how I feel and how I do it, and then if you can remember it when you try to practice by yourself, hey, that's what he said. And now I know what he means. I think that will make it click, right? Okay? So, this is how we do the work. Now, we're talking about, there's another concern about using this. Popular question. How do we flatten it? Right? How do we flatten it? You don't, you buy a new one. I tell you, I never flatten my wheel. I never flatten my wheel. For a really good reason. For a very, very good reason. So over time, when I use it more and longer, then we have what we call that as what's the difference? What do you call that? Not the radius. It has probably a slight drop at the edge. Taper. So if this one is tapered, is that pretty much the same as the clipper home?
Yeah.
Right? So what it does, somehow, it could add an even natural, what you call hollow grinding on it. But you don't see that on the blade because the blade is only that small, right? So you don't see that. Secondly is, if this one has a taper, when I put my shears down, naturally the tip area will have a less pressure than the outer edge, because you're going up the hill, right? Make sense? So that helps avoiding washing out the tips too. And when I position my shears this way or this way, it makes the difference on the contact and the intensity. Okay? Play with that idea. So I don't think you need to flatten it. But in my factory, all my technician has two wheels. One is perfectly flat. One is tapered like this. When the shears come in for repair and sharpening from other places, they use the tapered one. Because when they don't know about their shears that well, they use the tapered one. But when they make the shears, make it like, a showroom quality, and knowing the set, everything is perfect, they use the perfect flat one. Okay? So does it answer that question? Do you need to level the stone? If you want to level the stone, you can use a dress. Maybe I'll go get a dressing stone and show a little bit. It's very simple. I have one in the
Run.
I'm a $6 million man to run very fast. The dressing stone, I have it in the back. Yeah, I am taking my time, man. That's what goes out. Oh, got it. It's on there. It's on there. Dressing stone. Okay, I usually use this and then turn it on. Woo-hoo. Don't do that. Turn it on, and then you just go. You guys seeing it?
What material is the dressing stone?
I don't know. What material is this? Is that, what material is that? I don't know. 180, something like that, yes. I don't know what material it is. I use it. So,
He uses it dry.
yeah. I use it dry because, I just don't have the time to too many times. Like, pretty much right now is pretty much surface, is prep already. It's very sharp right now.
Do you have them at your table?
No, these are brought extra. Whoever wants to get it, come grab them.
Alex, would you use like a DMT flanner or anything like that?
No. These good enough. This good enough. You're not going to try to destroy it. Okay, just kind of slightly flattening it.
It's more like.
I mean, if you want your wheels flattened and good flat condition, do it more often, like once every day or something. Like all I did was like 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds. It's already done. And the good thing about it is, so when I pass around, here, this is ready and sharp. Ready and sharp. Thank you, sir. This is your blood, right? This is your blood. This is your blood. Yeah. So that's that. So flattening your stone, cleaning it, I use it about the same way. Okay. You can also get some very strong grits sandpaper from Harbor Freight, just to clean up the surface of it. For regular cleaning, I use again alcohol, H42, WD-40, and I know Ryan has some his own mixture liquid that picks up metals very good too. Okay, that's for leveling and cleaning. Okay. The next question is, people ask me, do I need a 6-inch or big 8-inch? I would say if you can use an 8-inch, it's more benefit. Okay, because the 6-inch, when your blade's up to here, you still have the same scratch pattern. But when it's up to here, it's a little bit different. Right? Make sense, Dennis? So if you can use an 8-inch, it's easier to keep the right scratch pattern in one direction. But what if you pass that? I don't see no difference. You have more advantage than disadvantage, I would say. Okay? So that little thing, don't worry about it. That's it. Okay? Yesterday, I have this shears from Tessa. Tessa, where is Tessa? She's gone. Anyway, that was freshly sharpened by one of the very good Japanese sharpeners. But wouldn't cut. I used the fix for better. Jim, could you go get me the fox fur, please? The gray fur, the fox fur. No, not the replica, the gray one. That one is the tough one, the nylon one. This one is actually, I would say, it's pretty easy to cut. If you want to show a customer, that's what you want to use. Who told me that he carry a little tail or whatever? Yeah, and then he just does that. It's cool. But if you want to show customers, that's what you use. But if you want to make sure your stuff cuts, that's what you use. Those are not hair. Those are nylon. They're stringy. The structure is not like this. Their structure is like this. So thank you, sir. So when it was freshly sharpened, this one is the second one, and Japanese sharpeners, very good sharpeners, supposedly, it doesn't cut a thing. So I'm going to pass it to Dennis to see. This sharpening is not bad, right? Not bad. Yeah, not bad, right? Not bad, right? Pretty good sharpening. I think she pays $35 for grooming shear sharpening. What do you guys charge for grooming shears? $30? Who charge more than $30 in grooming sharpening? 35? 40? 45? Where do you live? I think I'm moving.
Actually, Alex,
21.
I get
21.
sent it all over the country, price the same, so they will pay.
Average, they pay about 20, 25, isn't it? Yes.
I think you can do pricing different if you're doing mobile
Mm-hmm.
or mail-in.
Or mail in, or drop off, or things like that. So that shears, when I looked at it, I say not bad at sharpening. But all I can say is a wrong sharp. When you got tech, when you were checking this, all the edges were sharp, right? But it's not cutting. So average sharpeners when the shear's not cutting, the first thing they can think of is go put another edge on it. A lot of them like that, right? But this, I will try to fix it without putting an edge on it. I mean, I put an edge, but different way, okay? So I paint the scissors, and I want to see if I can get the ramming out of it. By the way, I found this cut resistant cloth. This one cut resistant. Yes,
It'll be
you know.
It'll be unlisted, so you'll have to go there.
You guys want some, come up and talk to me. So I did the run on again on this, and should be pretty sharp at the tooth. Right? Yes. 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 So in this scissors, this is above grooming texturizer. Has two cutters. Main cutter. This is the main cutter. This is secondary cutter. If this one is not that sharp, it's okay. But this one has to be very sharp. Okay? So I did the inside sharpening again with this one, because this one you cannot put on the flat hole. And then I'm going to try to bring up the edge again on this one. Done. And after that, deeper. This one coming like around 90 degrees, going down like that, okay? Okay, let's put them back together. Sorry that take me so long to just even try to put it back together. What do you call that? Open and what?
Spread and pinch.
Spread and pinch. Yes. First test the replicate. Well, at least I get half the shears cutting now. Slightly pinching at the tip. 5 minutes? Okay. I'm going to try to finish. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this. It cuts all the way up to here. I didn't even put the edge on it. I just did there. Okay. Again, Dennis yesterday say already. That is your ultimate goal, but that's not your death sentence. Okay. So now, when you see your customers, you show them that. You're so happy. They're so happy. When they cut and then pinch, that's not your problem, their problem. They're probably not cutting it properly. But, you know, I just want to show you, I could fix a shears without putting an edge, like doing all that. What I did is putting a new rine line inside work to it. It could fix it already. If I want to spend a little more attention and get this done, can I do it? Very simple, very easy. Okay? So, think about that. If your shears fail to cut, don't go to your flight home right away, knowing what is going on, why it's not cutting. Again, I could able to say this Japanese sharpeners is pretty good sharpeners, not bad sharpening. Yeah, pretty good, but not very good. Not very good, you know. So again, okay. Any questions so far? Are we good? Okay. I have 5 more minutes. Let's finish on this one, but I'll give you guys some time to ask any other sharpening question. If you guys have any question you want me to help you? Sure.
So that edge was convex.
Mm-hmm.
Would you leave it that way?
No, for sharpening.
For peppering?
No.
You did.
Yes. I like that. I like that confirmation. I like that confirmation. What's the convex angle range? Tell me. What's the range of convex angle?
45, 55.
45, 55. Yeah, right? Normal, right? Have you seen 35 and 40 degrees convex?
Yep.
No, there's no such things.
No, but you
But
find.
what I'm trying to tell you, there's no such thing as a 35-degree convex. No such things.
So is that,
Unless the blade is that wide, that's different, right? When you see a 35 degrees smooth
Rounded
finish,
edge.
rounded edge, that is actually a bevel edge. You try to make yourself feel better, round it up, okay? Yeah, look better, do it. But you know that is the bevel edge.
A 35-degree convex is going to look like this.
Yes. It's not a convex. It's what you call those bonos, semi-convex, semi-bevel. What's his name? Called bevel con. Called bevel con. Okay. So in grooming shears, I tell you, don't worry about convex. Don't worry, unless they're competition groomers. Right? Agree?
I agree.
Yeah. Unless they're competition groomers.
But that also does not mean just throw a big fat bevel
bevel all
on
over.
the shear.
Yes.
That shear there, the way that I would finish that shear
Mhm.
is I would put the beautiful convex on it like it has now, and then I would go back with probably 1,200 grit.
Yes.
Make
To put a one final bevel, or what you call that?
One slide.
Yeah.
bevel.
Yes.
Ten
So.
by
Hey, it's called kiss the edge.
Because, yes, the reason why you don't want, okay, this is a perfect example. This one has two cutters. This is a main cutter, and this is a secondary cutter. If a secondary cutter is sharper than the first cutter, they're very easy to clash,
Damage.
right? So you want to give a little bit more platform for this one to cut on. But then you would think, well, this is kind of similar to hair cutting scissor when this one is dull, called the no-line blender, because the tooth blade actually is the cutting blade, right? But that's no slide cutting needed in pack grooming. So that's why you don't want it to slide, you want it to cut. You want to get as much cut as possible in one action. That's why you put two cutters together. Okay? You have this zing, 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 zing. If you do that in the hair cutting scissor, it's probably not that good. Okay? But this zing, 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 sometimes it takes what it takes to do pack grooming scissors. Okay? Okay? So, any other question? If not, then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay? We good? Did I do okay?